Welcome back to the martinliedtke channel, and today this will be my offering for a Flaterday weekend. I'm going to be talking about what's been happening in the week with the news from the UK government about them going to dim the sun. And because it's going to be too strong for us, they're going to need to cloud the sky over and dim the sun for us this summer. So I've been proposing and looking in, if you look at my last video, what I think is going on. Now, I think the allegory tells us what's going on, and I think what we've decoded about, I think this place is hell, and hell isn't a bad place to be. Hell, Matt, where's all of the fire and brimstone? No, we're in a realm that mirrors our emotions and our feelings and our intent. So if you are subject to mind control, and susceptible to bullshit, then that is the world that you will perceive, and indeed it will be a hell, and it is for many in this place, but it's also heaven for many in this place, because it's what you think it is in this realm. Welcome to the hell realm. There is a heaven realm, and the heaven realm is to come. This was yellow, now it's a sodium, and now it's an LED light bulb in the sky. And many people have seen the three sun phenomena. It's been talked about in the past. In the Book of Wonders, for example, you can see this strange phenomenon of a sun surrounded by black with a halo all around it in apparently 1520. Apparently, I don't know, that looks like a space rocket. So, they are being recorded through time of these multiple suns. Not saying that they're suns, there's a sun there, but they are orange orbs that were recorded in the Book of Wonders. So, hell isn't a bad place to be. So, three suns. Now, I've shown on my last post newspaper articles saying in Britain, obviously, three suns, apparitions, if you like, of suns. Well, I do think the sun is apparent. I do think that it is happening somewhere else, and it just, is projected, if you like, into this 3D realm for us. But I definitely think that it's linked to consciousness. And I think that as consciousness, as the vibration is lifted, I think that the sun is changing with us. I think it is that closely connected to us, the sun. It is the life giver, but it's more than that. Maybe that's where we really reside, is in the sun. And these avatars, well, yeah, they're 3D avatars in 3D manifestation, but literally our souls could be somewhere else. The allegory is very interesting because the Freemasonic allegory is always the two pillars of Jockin and Boist, and I'm convinced that all arches, like the Arch of Triumph and all of the famous arches in antiquity, are portals or even entrances underground at some stage, but I definitely think they're portals. And then you can see here that in this allegory that there's a lady, a Phoenician lady, with a mirror in one hand and a twig, but she's standing on, as we all know, the wrecking ball. We've seen Jesus coming in on this. We've seen Lucifer coming in on this. They all ride this ball, this resetting ball. And up there in the top, in the sun, you can see the triangle with, I think it's Hebrew words for God, but I don't think anybody knows the word for God. Anyway, so the sun's rays contain information. If you do sun gazing, you will know that this is a fact. And the information in the sun is very invigorating, and it's very knowledgey. Okay, it's really incredible. You can see that the rays coming here on here are giving the M code, and over here M prayers, M code, M prayers. Two sets of information to two peoples. Maybe these are just the ordinary people, and these are the elites. They get the code, they get the information, and everyone else, well, they can do the work for us. And that is what's been going on, don't you know? But maybe you get down to it, we just bred homunculus anyway. Underground homunculus is and we are put into a reset world. 3 suns ready to shine just for you. Is the 3 sons of the Trinity. There is a cross there, look. I know it's upside down though, isn't it? So I do think the universe is in our minds. I think that the sun is in our minds. I think that the moon is in our minds. I think that everything you can see out there is in our minds. I actually don't think there's anything out there. But consciousness, our awareness, our chi energy is projecting a reality for us to see. We're looking at it, aren't we, right now? Close your eyes, it goes, admittedly. And when you go to sleep, it goes, admittedly. And then you go into some sort of weird defrag operation through the night. And what happens if you don't sleep? Oh, my God. I'm wondering, if you don't ever sleep, would you ever die? I don't know. All is mind. How can it not be? But the fact still remains that that sun we see, I think it's in our minds. And I think as our vibration changes and our vibration lifts, because we're definitely lifting our vibration to a new way of thinking, and the more spiritually evolved you are really helping at this time. The weak people who are crying right now, wee, wee, well, they can call a ambulance. They're going to have to pop back in and go wah, wah, wah over and over again, doing the shit level. Yeah. I know this seems like the hard track, because it is the hard track, but guys, they're not going to let anyone in. I tell you what, this heavenly realm, whatever it is, it's got strict criteria, and they don't want any riffraff walking through the fucking door. Okay. It's for purity, pure heart, just like heaven should be. Heavenly souls should be. So I've been talking about this a lot. I'm thinking about this a lot. I was wondering how many times I've been reincarnated. People in my comments and people who I've met seem to think I'm an old soul, whatever that means in this place, or a more evolved soul. I guess I am in some ways. Although I can be very childish, my soul is knowing. I know what this is, know the game. Just find it difficult to explain feelings, don't you? So I do think that we pop back in as human beings. Animals too, I think that they're reincarnated. Can a human go into a reincarnation of a dog? Possibly. But I think if you're if you're ascending, like spirit, to be if you want an ascended master in the new realm, then you will be born again into a human. Now, how many lives can you think of? Now, just this question for you guys sitting there now, right? How many lives do you think have nailed it in this place? Can you actually think of the most fantastic life, remembering you're going to die like 80 years in, 90 years in, if you're lucky to that life, maybe miserably? Can you actually think of any life in this place that actually nailed it? What are you thinking? Desert island, on the hammock all day drinking margaritas? I don't think that's sustainable. It'd probably get really fucking boring. So what is it in this place that is worth doing? I tell you what it is. The hard track. The hard track's worth doing because it's tough and we get fucking beat up. But I tell you what you feel like after, when you know you've done it and you know you've got it right, you can't put a price on that because you feel really groovy. Maybe the second coming, a lot of people talk about the millennial reign of Christ, this, that, and the other. I can't comment on that, guys. I'm just going on my personal decoding of allegory. And I think that there is a change, and a Christ consciousness, Christ seed, whatever you want to call it, and the ascension, the New Ages think along these lines. Here's Christ with a serpent wrapped all the way around him. Is this allegory for EM charge? Well, no, I can see the double helix going on, but I can also see the Kundalini, the serpent, the Kundalini rising, because all of this stuff that you get in allegory or hermeticism, all of it is telling us about the inner journey, the journey that we do in this place, guys. We're all on this same journey. We're passing through. We're learning what this place is in order to graduate. Look, 2 wings, and he's on the orb as well, with the caduceus, if you like, which is the same, if you like. So I do think that there's a new world coming. I would hazard a guess to say that the elites are scrambling, and this is why no one gives a shit about Hollywood anymore, or football, or sport, or pop stars. They're all finished. Beyonce, did you just see? She had to give away her tickets. No one wants to go and see her raggedy ass anymore. Yeah, or any of them anymore. Pop concerts now, shit. There's just like 10 people in there all spaced out to make it look like no more. Nobody actually wants to go because they got it all covered, right? They know exactly. I know exactly the game. I know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to buff it up, make it look like there's more fucking people in you than there is. Yeah, their bullshit is coming undone so quickly that they're trying to bolster it up. It's like that Dutch boy with his finger in the hole in the dike. Yeah. So he's got his finger in a hole, got his finger in a dike, and it's dripping, and he's stopping this Amsterdam or this Dutch city from flooding. We all know the story of the Dutch boy with his finger in the dike. Anyway, we're moving on. So I think that there is a change in consciousness. Now, every single one of us, the devil inside. No, I know religious people would love to blame a physical character like the devil, a guy that is a goat. Well, I don't like that because goats are beautiful animals and they get bad press. Do you know goats cry if you don't pet them? They go all grumpy because they want to be petted and loved on. Yeah. They get really bad press because of this narrative by the church. Now, remember, the devil is the church's best friend. Without the devil, they don't get a fucking coin. Without the devil, they don't get no business. They rely on the devil for business. They want people to be flawed. They want people to be fucked up. This is the mind. The mind goes through 1,000 meanders of what is possible in this realm. Anything that is possible in this realm, your mind can think up. Anything your mind can think up. Okay? And that is what this hell realm is. But it doesn't always have to be like that. I'm finding, because my mind is clearing of all clutter, I'm literally defragging my mind as I'm ascending my spirit to this new inner standing that I'm getting. This is both of us. This is us. We got that psycho, the psyche, the psycho niggling away at our consciousness. And this side of us, okay, the moral, the upstanding, this one, this doesn't want all of this shit, this temptation. And you work through it. It may take a few decades, but you get there in the end. This one, well, he's done his job. He's tempted you. You overcome. You passed. Then he's off. He gives you a wink. Well done, son. I think you get it. You get it? It's like the ultimate purification. It is not what they're saying. But they do. The thing is, what they tell us this narrative is coming from them, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, there's a goat guy that like Baphomet or whatever, and it buffets up. Like, oh, really? Like it buffets up, like it's actually there, looking like that. So, oh fuck yeah, we got a spell, and it brings it out of a salty hole in the ground. So fucking hell. All right then. It's nothing to do with the psyche then when all is actually mind in this place. Be like, oh, it is, yes. Okay, you've just bubbled us. It is that, yes. Okay. So we can overcome, yes. We can create our own world. Yes. Yes, we can. As soon as we break away from the matrix. Now, check out the cycle of this, the serpent eating its own tail, the loop of reality. You've got the all-seeing either the pyramid and the sun, with a big smiley face in the middle because it's all about the sun. Any Renaissance paintings, Jesus, other characters will be pointing up at the sky because they want you to know that it is the sun that will save us. And it's always been that. Our spirits, our consciousness, our chi energy, our prana is changing into a more blissful, beautiful place of understanding. And this is not a new agey mode of thoughts. This is purely organic, rising up from the ashes of fucking the streets of Britain, guys. Let me tell you. Okay? I'm not even going to victimize myself by saying how tough I've had it, but I reckon I've had it tougher than a lot of people that I know, but I'm fucking glad for every second of it because it's made me know what I'm capable of. And I'm capable of magic. We all are. It's black magic and it's white magic. The fact is, the real fact is, it's one and the same. It both comes from the same source, man and woman. If you've got the intent to harm anyone in a mirror realm, that's going to come back and get you. So as long as you're doing it with love and compassion, everything's going to be groovy. That's my thoughts on that. We're going to move on, guys. So if you are in chat right now, make sure to, if you do like my videos, this is my Flaterday offering, make sure to subscribe, maybe consider liking this video if you did. But whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm just grateful you're here. Anti-grav technology, anti-gravitational apparatus here by John Worrell Kelly have been talked about in the community. Obviously, I'd love to get my hands on one, but it's like Hutchinson effect. It creates an environment of anti-gravity. And, there's photographs of it, but you can actually see this thing working. But one thing that pulled, when I looked through Keely's work, is that it resembled a fasces, like exactly like a fasces, or a church window, or a cable. If you look down this way, it's the hole in the middle. The smaller ones all around the outside, and the smaller ones around the outside of that, just like the fasces. There's Keely with a keen inventor. This looks like a bit of a Van de Graaff generator, but I definitely think I think there is something in the Hutchinson effect. I think that they did manage and they are doing maglev technology. It doesn't surprise me whatsoever if they're using it in some of these space bullshit things that they show us. I think that they're light years ahead with technology. Why not? Looking down, it's a fasces. I know it's kaleidoscopy, but looking down, if you're looking down this way into a pipe, for example, very fasces-like is the anti-gravity. And there's the apparatus. I wonder where it is today. And it could make things float or negate the effects of so-called electromagnetism, push and pull, what they call gravity, the weakest of all forces, even though they've never detected it. No, they haven't. No, they haven't detected it. What about LIDAR? What about this, that, the other? No, it's all bullshit. They said it was bullshit. They haven't detected Dick because there isn't any gravity to detect. What is it Neil deGrasse Tyson says? We know its effect. No shit, fatty. You sat in the chair. But we don't know what it is. Yeah, no shit. And just concentrate on what you know. Electromagnetics. But they don't know. Would they want to admit all of that, will they? So yeah, it's very much like a Van de Graaff generator cross fasces device. But I'd love to see it in action. There it is. Fasces. Anything. It's on a gyro. It's interesting. A little gimbal there. So here's some of the spirals. This is a French healing machine, actually, guys. I've moved on, apparently. Yeah, you crank the handle and it gives electricity, and you stand between these, and the electricity, I've got more images a little bit later, is very, very invigorating. Whoa. But they don't use that anymore. So what if they did have, which I think they did, anti-gravity back then? Well, Edison's anti-gravity underclothing, I definitely think, was a contender for reality then. Edison was real, wasn't he? Well, they say he was real. And there's his patent there for anti-gravity underwear. And this would explain why the artworks in the museums that we see are high in the air, because they're floating up to witness them. And high enough for giants. And the people are flying around up staircases and spiral staircases rather than walking up them because they have anti-gravity on. And they can fly around outside. Everybody is flying about in anti-gravity. Edison's anti-gravity underclothing here taking the baby who's got anti-gravity nappy on for a little fly around the park. Fly kiting there, a couple of kids. And fun, if you're anti-gravitational underclothing, you can just like in laughing in, what film was that? I think it was Peter Pan. If you laugh, you float. There's a few films like that, but in this case, no man, anti-gravity underpants. You gotta get them little rugrats off the ceiling. And the Flying Man of 1870, I've talked about many times, and you can see some sort of anti-grav technologies connected with umbrellas, which I definitely think is the case with Mary Poppins, who flies around with an umbrella, and this sort of very modernish looking suit, who's got a wingsuit. I also talked about mobile phones and wireless phones being used in the 20s many years ago, and wireless capability used in the umbrella that they're using to get a connection. And there's Mary Poppins, a self-lover, who is flying around. She was a little witch. A spoonful of sugar, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. We got lightning rod hat here. So a lightning rod, in case anybody gets struck by lightning, because apparently it's quite common. Lightning rod umbrella, 1800s. It's got a little aerial and a grounding thing, just in case. You can't take too many chances when you're going out and about, can you guys? So that's my little section on anti-gravity. Let's have a look at some beautiful Tatarian buildings. This is Cambridge, one of the university towns. You got Cambridge in Massachusetts. This is the one in England, the first one, maybe. Who knows? Absolutely fantastic. Supposed to be in the buildings here from 1400s. One of the oldest universities, like Oxford. All of the elite brats go here. It's famous for so many inventions, is Cambridge University. Here it is in the days of horse and carty. Little horse and carties like this that built all of these great structures, brimming with antiquitech and a little bit of the classical world going on there. It's not a city that I've ever walked around, actually. Oxford, yeah, but it looks very beautiful. I'm not sure what river that is either. I know that Isis goes through Oxford. Very beautiful. Oh, that's a colour one of the image we just seen, a different angle. They had the tram. Excuse me. Okay. I wonder how long ivy takes to grow like that. Corpus Christi College. Very nice. My God, the size of that one. Cambridge Girton College. Big old Tatarian building, that one, isn't it? So many worldwide. But look at this. It's one of the, I think, which is that? Trinity? I'm not sure if that's in Oxford. One of the famous churches there in the college. God, it's very beautiful. It's just horse and carty. Where is everybody? Though. Oh yeah, Jesus College as well. I used to watch University Challenge with Bamba Gascoigne when that was because the normal quiz shows on television were stupid. So I had to watch University Challenge, and I'm a starter for 10. It was a really good little quiz show, and they done interesting questions like how many marshmallows can you force up one nostril, and how many coal farts does it take to end the world? Not many, apparently, but all's good. 11 more. Well, look at that one. So yes, I've decided to record a Flaterday because I've got stuff going, and I didn't want to not have a Flaterday, so this is it. I've got plenty of juice to come, actually, guys. We're going to look at high weirdness very shortly after this. Hope you have a little giggle with that. Up to images of the day and other stuff that I found interesting and news. The news that is happening. Nice bandstand thing. So yeah, these are colorized 1890s, but beautiful. That looks like Venice, doesn't it? Like the bridge's size or something. But like a portal, an elliptical there, look. Portal. Maybe that's what they are. So yeah, it's very clean, green and pleasant land, isn't it, Britain? I wonder what these things are. For bicycles, maybe? Ooh. Ooh, I wonder what they are. Oh, there's a wire going through there. I wonder what that's for then. Why would you need a handrail? Going walking down the road. You don't have handrail walking down the road, do you? That's interesting. There's a cable going through there, guys. I wonder what that is. Oh, that's pretty. So beautiful, beautiful Cambridge. I've never been there myself. Maybe we'll one day. Anyway, we're moving on. Because time is an elephant. I mean irrelevant. This is a building that was down Cardiff Bay in Tiger Bay that's knocked down. I come from a maritime background, so I was always in the Merchant Navy Club or in one of the old merchant buildings. This was the maritime office that was down the bay, and they knocked it down. Look at this old, beautiful HD-ish picture of this ginormous building. The maritime office, Cardiff Maritime Office for Tiger Bay. And it was keeping the biggest or the busiest coal port in the world administered to. There's Penarth Ferry there. This goes over to Penarth. So yeah, it was a bulk. Look at the size of it on the side. It even looks medieval tiering on the side bit. It goes right the way back, look. So they knocked the entire block down, unfortunately. There it is back in the 50s or something. Beautiful color image. Oh no. This is going way back, Edwardian times. Wow. What a beautiful picture of Tiger Bay. And the old ladder lean there, is it? What the hell is that? Look at that a minute. Didn't they dress beautifully back then? Everybody's immaculately turned out. I'm not actually sure what that is, guys. It looks like it might be a pole of some sort leaning up against the building that is in the garden here. I'm not sure. It's not a ladder, is it? It could be a ladder. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I think it's a ladder. All right, and it's a bit of a skew-if old ladder, though, isn't it? Anyway. So, yeah, they knocked that beautiful Tatarian building down. I don't know why they do it. Well, I do know. As you can see, tops of windows there because it was a deep old mud flood. And that was it just before they knocked it down. Here it is in the 50s. You can see the tops of the windows. You could look right down there, and they were as deep as these ones. It was a really old-world building. But this whole area is just jam-packed with old mud flooders, especially around Mount Stewart Square in Old Cardiff Bay. Old Tiger Bay, they used to call it. Look at the size of that bugger. And then they knocked it fucking down and put that there. So that's what's there now. I think it's TechniQuest or some stupid shit. So yeah, knocked that building down and put that there. It's nice, isn't it? In the 70s, the wonderful, brutalized 70s. So yeah, it was there. Huge thing. And now it's there. TechniQuest on the Roald Dahl Plaza. Dear. They do all the best buildings in Cardiff. When they knocked our fire station down on Westgate Street, I couldn't even believe it when my mother took me past. I was like, where's it gone? My favourite building. They literally tore it down when I was like in between visits to town. I was like, Jesus, favourite fucking building. It was massive as well. So the future's so bright, you've got to wear shades, guys, because the sun's going to get really, really bright. This is why they're covered up on the beaches in the past. She's all right, though. Isn't she probably pretty? Also, another way of protecting yourself from the sunlight, because they're going to be dimming it, is wear your hair long over your face, like my cousin. This is my cousin it. We go back a long way. He's actually not got a body, he's just all hair, like a tribble. See? That's him from the back and the front. And he wears a happy hat. Oh, God, he's a laugh, guys. Except that time he went up in a puff of smoke when I lit his fag once. He just went woof like that. I posted this week about statues, and I got clobbered by YouTube that said there was nudity. And I looked at the offending article, and it was an eagle. So I appealed and said, yo. I didn't say anything, actually. I just appealed. Because it was an eagle. And they said, no, it's not permitted. So I'll be really careful with stone. So even stone that has got nothing showing, and we're female stone statues, I can't show any of. It's just craziness. How do you chisel eyelashes in stone? Answers on a postcard to FEB PO Box. I haven't got one. So chemtrails. Now I've been talking about these. They're going to be geoengineering, but we already knew, look, that barium and aluminium, which spells Bal, is this a coincidence? People saying is it to do with black magic? Well, if you think it is, then it is. But they are using spells and stuff. But I definitely think with this dim in the sun, it's blocking us from our vital, vitamins. Maybe it is to bring the crops on. I don't know. I can't imagine them doing the reverse and killing everyone with starvation. That's not really productive for the last lingering work population that they got in this place before it all goes tits up. Eh? Anyway, there may be power in prayer, because if you're praying, but if you're giving it away to an outside entity, instead of knowing that it's you, and you're praying for you, if you pray for you, okay, pray to you, say like what you want, then it might come true. But I just use high-end visualization techniques. But I'm not on the want, so there's that. Look at that antique. Oh, yeah, by the way, that's a face, isn't it? Is that the nose, the eyes? Very clever. And eyebrows. So, lovely bits of antiquitech of the past in Russia. You can see the resonators. Let's have a look at them chained on. God, well, they're symmetrical, but there's all sorts going on, like sigils as well. None of them are just like, Orthodox Christian things. They are literally like sigils, like actually like a circuitry. Doesn't that look like circuitry? Like you'd see welded onto a computer keyboard. And then you've got these tiled onion domes, which also look exactly like a Van de Graaff generator top. So, the masquerade ball. Bet that was a nice time. Yeah, I only went the once. I didn't go again. Oh, not surprised me. So this is what they look like, the masquerade ball. I don't know what they got on under here, but I doubt it's anything. I wouldn't pick up the soap or anything either. If you go, don't go. Whatever. You won't be invited anyway. None of us will. In fact, fuck. Ha! Phew. It depends. If you aspire, like you want to be really famous, this, that, and the other, and one of their bitches, that gig's up. No one wants to be fucking any one of them anymore. Maybe they did 20 years ago. I want to be Batman. I want to this. I want to be that in the movies. But nobody aspires to wanting to be a footballer or a boxer or anybody anymore, because everyone can see what wankers they truly are. It's amazing. Good. About fucking time too. Ooh, let's have a look at her. Isn't she probably pretty? I don't know how she's getting around. I think she might be a nun. None shall pass. A confused human being, but religion is like that, isn't it? What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? This is somebody dressed their baby up in this. I think it's cute. Others may think it's a bit weird, but I don't know. Maybe cruelty, I don't know. Now, there's a new movie coming out. It is Hellraiser 6, Son of Pinhead. Son of Pinhead. Yes, Pinhead had a missus. All right, it was awkward making love and making babies if you got pins all over your body. but he will tear your soul apart. What else a real story with a caterpillar? He doesn't know either because he's way too hammered. It's like, which way? Don't go that way. You never go that way. And you walk that way. You know, I meant that way. Really hammered. Will you tickle my belly? No. Go away. Isn't it terrible when your girlfriend takes you to your potential mother-in-law's house for the first time, and this is her. This is your new mother-in-law. Where'd you kiss her? You just got to be compassionate, guys. You can't be judging people just because they got like a head like the ass end of a wasp, bumblebee. I don't know. There's a plane there. Whew, scary stuff. So, will you discomporiate in this realm? I don't think so. I definitely think this is a very caring, loving environment that we live in, and it's watching all of our stuff. And I do think you get little brownie points, little gold stars. You point them to yourself. I feel really good about doing that. And if you're doing it just like, nothing else than just because you want to do it, rather than any great cosmic comeback karma points, then it's a beautiful thing. If you're looking for cosmic karma points, you're gonna get cosmic dog shit on your boots is what you'll get. This is what you'll get. Cosmic dog shit. It's Theamageddon. That's right. It's the end of the world. The sun is doing one. We should be scared. The sun's going to get hot, 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 hot. Then we're going to have weird weather. Rain, thunder and lightning, earthquakes. Yeah. Pizza out your bum. But it's okay. The future's so bright. I'm going to wear shades. You can just wrap bandages around your eyes. She knows about the Son of God. She's looking at it and going, I can't wait for you to come back. 3 days, they said. 3 bloody days. I've been waiting bloody ages. How long is it going to be now? Because I tell you what, it's awful, don't you, you know? It's getting very stabby. Mind you, I'm doing most of them, as you can see. I've got a knife. Here is a portal. And you can see the Pan with his pan pipe. He's just floated through. He doesn't even walk, Pan. He's just floating through, looking for his next honey. And apparently he's not a rough chap. He does a bit of romancing and all that. Admittedly, he's got like animal bottom half, so that's not good. But he's not a brute. This is me doing whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, social pressures, cultural narratives. Sit on it. Oh, isn't he probably pretty? Or she? I'm not sure what's happening with this. Maybe it's an early member of the Ku Klux Klan. This is not how you want to greet somebody, though, is it? Say, how you doing? KKK? Sorry? Just okay, KK. Just say it once. So what a really rubbish name for a Nazi organization, KKK, as well. Very confusing, isn't it? Are they a thing anymore? I doubt it. Maybe they're all dressed in black now. Oh, they are. They're called ISIS. 2 sides of the same coin. Don't worry, there's 3 sides to a coin. Here, she knows, actually, this one who takes her faces off. Everyone's wearing a mask. Everyone is doing an act. Even with their own partners, they're doing an act. They're not the same. People are not the same with their partners as they are on their own. No one's the same as when you're on your own. You put on a bravado, you put on a social necessary for the environment. You put on one for your kids, you put on one for your significant other, for the outsiders, for the people in the pub. You put on a different guise. And they're all just coping mechanisms for the weird fucking world we live in. Be a chameleon. So Pope Francis is dead. He's happy as fuck. Check him out, hanging out with his buddy. Jesus is playing him some keyboards there, who looks really like the lead singer of that Welsh band called The Alarm. Is it Mike Peters? Remarkably like Mike Peters, does Jesus. And I'll show what he's playing. But yeah, he's hanging out. He's bought a little Jesus ambulance, a J-ambulance. It goes, wee wah. So I went to the pub last night, took some photographs. Yeah. It reminded me of that pub, that bar you get in the film Star Wars. It was just like it, in fact. Don't be shocked, guys. Look at the dreadlocks on his. He looks a bit stabby as well. Something wrong with his eyes, though. This is what happens if you take too many drugs. He's got a trident as well. Look at them dreadlocks, oh, guys. But the ground, he's got no shoes on and there's stones everywhere. I don't know how they don't hurt themselves, because I would really hurt myself. I would, if I was doing that. Do you think? Well, maybe not. Maybe I could just float over it and imagine myself being really light and not hurting my feet. Do you think that they had mobile phones in the past? Or is this like, this is your prayer book? Prayer book, mama. And this little girl walking in the country, do you think she's reading her prayer book, or is she doing exactly the same as all teenagers in the modern day? Thumb texting at light speed. God, they can't do anything, can they? They can't even tie their own shoelaces. But when it comes to texting, fuck me, I've never seen anything like it. Since you're Nostradamus, the vampire, I think he was the real deal. I don't even think he was a man. Check that shit. I mean, I haven't seen the new version. I want to see it, though. So, it's supposed to be really, really good. Visually stunning. Nosferatu. So, yeah, this vampire in this movie, he stated that he was a vampire. I think he was a vampire. Look at that shit, guys. He's been alive for fucking ages. I think he's real. Let me know what you think in comments. Oh, my God. She thinks he's real. See this lass? She was alive until they put the carrier bag over her head, you can see. And then she was infused in stone. And now she's on exhibit for human beings in the 21st century. Her crime, it was a crimeless crime. Actually, she's got man hands. It might be, I don't even know who's in there. Here's a baby that was born in 2022. Happy little chappy, except the steel teeth. Watch him on your ankles. Even in the afterlife, the dead wait for Flaterday. Look at him with his wiggly flat thumb. Oh, I love Flatearthbritish. He's the funniest thing ever. Flaterday, we'll have a good time. There's a party going on around here. It's called Flatearthbritish. It lasts throughout the year. Just bring your good times and your bones too. We're gonna party with you. Oh no, it's a lovely day today. Oh, in my gym jams. Oh my God, I'm in my underpants. So this is Ginger Christ. There's a multitude out there. Sickening. They nailed it, didn't they? These are Turkish twirling dervishes with massive happy hats on, doing a little arm thing, and they spin around and round and they trip out on consciousness. Because literally, when you get into them states of altered states of consciousness, you get very transcendental. Dance can do it. I used to love getting lost in dance. He looks pretty unhappy, crying, or possibly the effects of opium, because they're glazed over and looking a bit pinhole-y. I'd say it was a she, though. But they used to give like drugs to kids for teething and stuff in them times. You know, just rub a bit. It wasn't, none of it was illegal, was it? So this is like a bashing the bishop, but with a lighthouse. Something going on there, isn't there? Maybe the tops are just go. No, there's not really. I like to think so, but there's not really. It's just us, just me and you at the moment, guys. Yeah. The rest of the world, well, it's all doing its stuff. People, stuff, things. You know what? You've seen how it goes, haven't you? They wobble down the streets, dripping stuff. So, She doesn't look happy, or he's got a crocheted happy hat, which I did a video on this week of the textiles that are tech styles. I picked that up from my comments. Have you ever been in a graveyard at night? I have. They're not scary at all. They're like this. They're fun. And there's loads of people just hanging around watching the skeletons having fun, smoking. The future's so bright, I gotta wear shades, but I won't. I'll just cover over my eyes because the sun's awfully bright today, and basically vampires can't go out in the sunlight. I'll put my eyes in my hands then. Oh, they're beautiful eyes. Thank you, it's very nice of you to say so. No, I'm only joking, they're really stupid. Oh, you're being like that, are you? Well, you're just a picture. We've just burst through that picture, like really weirdly. The whole thing's spooky. But this is weirdness section of my post. Oh, it's a lovely cage you got there. Oh, it's a lovely cage you got there. Are you blocking your head from the sun? Yes, I'm blocking my head from the sun. It's really dangerous. God, it's boring, isn't it? How long does it fucking take? Not long, mate. It's about 80 years for some. Oh, you know what? I've been waiting here like since last Tuesday, which in dead man years is almost a week, is 80 years. Dead man's. I've been waiting a week here for one of them to fucking die. Don't worry, they'll all be coming soon. Can't wait. God, it's boring, isn't it? There's death waiting for you. She's tripping out. She's doing a twirling derby. She's getting an altered state of consciousness. See me, if I get dizzy, I just flies around me and just basically bits tables over. I try to do a spin around here. It doesn't work for me. But she's creating a torus, this spinning that chi. You can literally see her arms on it. And I'm guessing the dress will be part of this tech as well. Fantastic. I bet you people didn't even need to eat in the past. I bet the clothes, the jewels that they had were nourishing them. So do you think there's any people that actually look like this about in the real world? No, there's not, guys. Not unless you take a shitload of shrooms or something. This is in your psyche. It's where it's all happening, because all is in your mind, isn't it? Here's King Arthur. He knows all about the sun. The strange case of elongated fingers in the 1400s, or whenever this picture was made. The sun rays just dripping through with little worms of sun rays. So I'm not sure what's going on, but there are a lot of kings and stuff around the table. Could be Jesus. This is in Athens. As you can see, there's a giant crawling out of his hidey hole in this bas relief. He might not talk like that. He might be very posh. And he'd be talking in Greek anyway, so that'd be that. That's going to happen. And then I got high. And then I got high. Do we like Snoop Dogg? I like Snoop Dogg. He says he's flat. I like him. So there's... Oh, no, that is Star Wars. That was exactly like the purple last night. Everyone looked exactly the same. But every time I go out anywhere, it always looks like the Star Wars bar. I feel like I'm the only normal person in there, which is really weird because they're like totally the opposite. They think I look like the Star Wars bar and they're normal people. It's really strange, isn't it? Maybe I should strike up a conversation about football or something. I don't know. Anyway, more awakenings. This, how could I miss this? Nothing compares to her. Nothing compares to Sinead O'Connor. Is a dude. I used to think that I actually liked her, and I never realised. Here she is as a nun. She went on Muslim. She went out with a weird vicar, and there she is. She's a dude. She's a fucking dude, guys. She's a dude. Check this one. Oh, where's that other image? Check that one with a tattoo on her chest. She got a tattoo on her chest, yeah, like a pit miner. And oh my god, that's a boy. Sinead O'Connor's a fucking boy. Look at her dragging on her fag like an old man. And there. I only just realised that Sinead O'Connor was a boy. Why didn't anyone tell me? There's a boy there. Nothing compares to you. And she was very political and had loads of attitude, didn't she? More so than you would for an ordinary female, a bit like a boy's moods. Who knew? So that's a girl, is it? No, really, with the tattoos and all that. I can't believe I missed that my whole life. Bleeding hell. Anyway, let's go through some images. Hope you're all still here. Hope you're having a good time. This is what happens to you if you eat sunflower seeds. Well, that's what my mother told me. It might be true, guys. They x-rayed one of these Phoenician statues. There's not just stone going on in there. I can't substantiate there's a skeleton inside, but I can say that there is stuff going on inside there. There's a ring there. And it's not necessarily just solid marble. There's stuff inside. Dead person. Maybe. Cave cities of tomorrow. Well, that'd be a bloody good idea, especially with the sun going to be doing one, apparently. But don't worry. All's good because they're going to dim the sky. Yay, no more hot days. I love hot days. I love hot days. I love all what they do. I'm just saying that. Humans glow. Did you know? We just can't see it. Yeah. Human body emits visible light known as human bioluminescence. But it's just too dim for humans to detect. A team of Japanese scientists, totally credible, studied in 2009 and found that participants glowed. I glow throughout the day. I glow all the time. Brightness spots appeared around the forehead, the neck, and the cheeks, and the groin area in the late afternoon. It doesn't say that, but sure. The dimmest bioluminescence was recorded late at night. Well, if you buy a house in Sellafield, you can glow 24 hours a day. Let's have a look at some holistic and enrich our souls with holistic jewelry. This is what the old Grecos in the past were wearing. They bought them in Primark. Not. I wonder where they buy their stuff. Probably just at a shop the same, didn't they? So it's a high quality chicken or a rooster. Did I tell you I seen a duck fuck a rooster or a chicken? Yeah, I did tell you, didn't I? That was the weirdest thing ever. Apparently pretty normal for Texas, though. I don't know, for the animal kingdom I'm all into. But there you go. I've seen some shocking things happen in the natural world anyway that I couldn't repeat on YouTube. I'd like to tell you the stories, though, because it'd be a really good giggle, actually, for YouTube videos. But, I don't know. The algorithm's such a tad. It's like, you can't say that. You can't do that. You can't show an eagle made of stone. It's like, I can't show an eagle made of stone. So all my live videos never go through. That's what I'm actually doing a Premiere right now. So that could be wrongly construed as well, couldn't it? Even though she's doing her chi energy, you can see that the chi is just circling around, which is what it's all about anyway. The finger thing you can see going on there, which I have practiced, and it does like knobbly bits on buildings too. It amplifies chi. And also rubbing your nails together. If you rub your nails together, I can't do that. I got a broken finger. If you rub your nails together, isn't she probably pretty? So he's got 2 wives, this man here. They're allowed 2 wives in apparently the Mormons, other religions and denominations. If you're like in Africa somewhere, you can have a dozen or so. Shit ton of kids in there. And apparently this time in China as well, you're allowed to have a couple of wives. She doesn't look very happy, but she looks really pretty, this one. Yeah, she's kept undercover for special Sundays. They have a naked Thursday as well. I bet that's fun. Did you see this week young Prince George? I like Prince George. He makes me giggle. He takes the piss out of everyone. He's a naughty little boy who's the son of this man here, who's soon to be king. Okay, William Willie, Willie. So he looks a bit cheesed off. Okay, this is Lady Di's brother. This is Lady Di's coffin going past. He's like, oh, what a shame. It doesn't matter. I've already got a bird anyway. It's just one of my shanks has gone. We didn't have much to do with you anyway. You're off with a bloody hat surgeon, weren't you? He looks a bit grumpy and like not really crying. He's like, yeah, whatever. I didn't have much to do with you anyway because my nanny brought me up, bitch. And he is ill spent. He had a lot to say at the church about it all. But it was like a candle in the wind. She lit her life like a candle in the wind. She should never have gone out with an Arab because that was going to end her up dead, especially if she got pregnant. So I've been to DB Plaza and I met some guy there who was the DB Plaza scam artist who sold me a $20 newspaper, but it had good clues in it. And there's no way that he could have hit him from that book depository, but the whole thing looks like the whole thing looks like a movie set. I notice that this geezer here, he's looking. This is just moments before apparently his brain gets splattered, whatever, and she picks up a bit of it and climbs over the back like you would. I got a bit of brain in my hand, and don't worry because she'll be off marrying someone else in 2 fucking chicks of a lamb's tail. She gets overstuffed quick. There's Jackie. So he is looking in the rear view mirror here, and he's looking a bit like bugged. Like even that eye can tell me that he looks like stressed out. Why is he stressed out? Everyone else is fucking smiling. He gets a bullet, don't he? Or a ricochet as well. The senator guy. But yeah, he's looking in the rear view mirror, and he's got a strip or something in his hand. I was wondering if any of the reflections would give us anything away. But anyway, not that I'm looking for an answer of the JFK. It was obviously an inside job, something to do with Lyndon, I guess. He hated his guts, Lyndon Johnson. And he was a Texan anyway. He was from that area. He thought, wait till I get that little northern bastard down here to Texas. We'll have his fucking guts for garters. Because that's how it works, you know. Don't fuck with Texas. So, this is an electricity is life, electrical treatment, 1 cent. In the past, you could have a Tesla implement for giving you beneficial health in the 30s. You've seen that on my channel. Clive the Car was showing once. Fantastic. And this thing is you pay her a penny, grab onto the thing at the end, and it'll give you a subtle electric charge. It's a bit like a TENS machine, but it will alleviate rheumatism and help with arthritis and pain relief as well. There's many benefits to electricity treatment, but do they do it in the modern day? No. Do they fuckers like? Why don't they? Because it's not worth any money to them. They've got things to give you that cost billions to them, or earn billions. Put your hands on either side, and you got a subtle little charge. It makes you feel groovy and high. You get a little high thing on electricity. I wonder what being struck by electricity would be like lightning. Apparently, you get highly psychic. So you hold on to them for fucking hell. I'd ramp it right up. I've got a TENS machine. I did actually accidentally electrocute myself once if it was on full setting. I wouldn't do that again. It's a taser, basically. I want one of them. I wouldn't have the old-fashioned penny. See these police forces in the past? They had headlamps on. Headlights, wireless headlights. Look. Oh, I'll show you in a minute. What date is this? It's an I647. That's a very curious one if it's got an eye on top, a dot on top. Here is a Northern American snowy town up in far north there. I'm guessing Idaho or one of those where the mountains are. Minnesota maybe or something. But look at the Tatarian buildings. What's them wires going up to there, man? So you can go with Sullivan's Travel and get a holiday to Paris. Lower windows. But yeah, what a well-established city there. But one of these buildings comes a cropper. I'll show you in a minute. There. Okay, it's Montana. I wasn't far away. Montana National Bank building. And this is in 1886. This is. And look at the clothes they're in. It don't look like 1886 clothes. He's got a trench coat on. They both have. Maybe it was a later fire and it was just built in 1886. It says built. Looks to be ice and icicles on it. How does a fire happen in icy weather? Beautiful Tatarian building. Yeah. That's Mozart I'm listening to. Nice, isn't it? It's trippy life, isn't it? So what are you on then? Life and love. Yeah? Flat Earth British. This is him looking at Flat Earth British. Translate that, guys. Don't like what's coming out of his mouth, though, but it's his business, you know. So, why build such a big Earth? I wonder. I think this one's in Madrid. Whoa, what is it good for? Knackering up classical buildings. That's what it's good for. This is a Roman bridge going over a brook or a creek. See a guy there. Wonder what the rest would look like. But wouldn't it be brilliant if you went up there and the whole thing collapsed and it'd been there 1,000 years? That's so me. So I bet it was beautiful, even if it wasn't electricity, it was just candlelight. I bet it was really beautiful and stuff. May I suggest you burn that letter after reading if it's secret things. Destroy your television sets. No. You must not listen. You must listen to no orders. That's all I can tell you from this point on in humanity, believe me. And then poor old Rick, who we love, Rick Mail, died after that announcement, tipping us off of the game. Because this has been ongoing. This plan has been ongoing. They're just showing their colours now. This is a dung beetle's dung ball gotten exceptionally big and they put it in the air. Why? I don't know. Okay, because he can, I guess. I know. I'll make a big ball of mud and I'll put it in the air. A bit like them people who collect the biggest elastic band ball in the world and then put it in a museum, which I would like to see, actually. Two suns ready to shine just for you. New consciousness coming. Kundalini rising. Alexa, find out. Help? Playing Help by the Beatles. She's really annoying. I'm all right, though, with Alexa, because she can't understand one word I say. Alexa, play Radiohead. And then Elton John will come up or something. She can't understand one word I say. Here's some Greek dancers. She's playing the flutes, double flutes, and the lady's got some tambourines and she's dancing for her. Who doesn't love dancing girls? So I'm Welsh, by the way. This is by Laurie Lee. The Welsh are not like any other people in Britain. They know how separate they are. They are the Celts. The tough little wine dark race who were originally possessors of the island, who never mixed with the invaders coming later, Germans, from the east, but were slowly driven to the Western Mountains. Fucking Phoenicians. So more electricity treatment. You could go in electricity cage, if you like. Get the charge, like EtherTech, if you like. But again, I think that if you think it's doing you good, it'll do you good. It may do sweet fuck all, but the mind is a very powerful thing. This is in Glasgow, a city I've never been to. The biggest city in Scotland, over 1 million people. It's a big city, this place. Never been there. Always thought it was really bad when I was a kid. I was like, oh, I don't want to go to Glasgow, get killed up there. I was all thinking it was all gangsters and that. So I robbed myself really, but I tell you what, I think I'll visit it one day. It's got some groove. That bridge is there today, apparently. But it doesn't look the same as that. Tennant's Lager. Funny that's the preferred beer of homeless people, isn't it, Tennant? But I remember these used to get a lager and used to have a pretty girl on the back. So it was a double whammy. You could get a beer and you could get Lindy or Lorraine. There's two Lorraines. They're sisters. Liz, Sandra, or Liz. You got two Liz's as well. Fucking hell. If they come in twos, it's the Matrix. It's like seeing the cat twice, isn't it? Maybe I should just be quiet. See, they're saying she looks frumpy. This is all right. She's not in a red bikini anymore, and it's hard to imagine that this is Pamela fucking Anderson. Okay, she's growing old gracefully, guys. She's had more facelifts than Mick Jagger haven't had any facelifts. That's why he looks like a Tetley tea bag. Somebody else who's had facelifts, Madonna. She had more facelifts than Madonna. She hasn't actually got too much makeup on, and she's put what we regard this haircut in Britain as the basin cut. You just stick a basin on someone's head and cut around the edges. What was she thinking with the bob? I don't know. But people do look a bit funny. Second childhood, maybe. Them days of on that boat, shagging Tommy Lee away gone, aren't they? So they're calling her frumpy. I think that's really unkind. She shouldn't be unkind to people. If she don't want people laughing at her, she shouldn't go out in public. And people do get old. Fucking hell. All of them beautiful models and stuff, they all end up old. Like quick too. You know, like the way Jennifer Aniston turned into Iggy Pop during Rona. I know. So this is Davagra's world map, an old map. You can see there. There's a place there, but it's probably Australia before it was actually discovered. And something connecting to Scandinavia over here in the red. But again, 4 angels, which look like star forts in the corner, but they are Tauruses. So again, interesting little map. Looks like you've just vomited up your spinach. This is in a exposition. Got smoke coming out, but it doesn't seem to be too many people around, and or any people around. Actually, a few down there. And looks like a bit of a wasteland. This looks Arabic. Shoot that poison arrow to your heart. What will happen? Let's find out. Okay. This looks like it might be Jay. It might be King Solomon, actually, or someone. I don't know. He's got the Phoenician shell. He's got the Superman red cloak. And the woman, yes, it's King Solomon. He's also got a red cape. I never knew that. He's saying, chop the baby in half and give half to her and half to you. It's a long story. I don't want to talk about it. Ancient Greek hairnet. So this is apparently from the period of Alexandria, Egypt. Look at this. This is a hairnet. It's made of gold. And Antiqua head wear. Antiqua hat. Antiqua hat is what that is. Oh, there they are. The electric torchlight procession in New York City. All the coppers, please, has electric lights on their heads. Look, balls. Isn't that nice? I bet that was fun. I bet that was pretty. So I'm not sure where this is. It's on a beach somewhere, but got an old English flavour, so I don't really think it's England. But look at this old seawall, and there's looks like maybe a bit of a bridge going there, or a tunnel maybe. But it's on the beach. Ancient old buildings. I'm trying to remember. It might be Whitby. So an exposition there at the top, you can see that it is being built, horse and carty, and it's got 4 windows. And here it is here when it's completed without any windows at all. And statues. So, I don't know. This is a beautiful exposition, and they have pilots doing aeronautics over above. As you can see, the biplanes doing loop-de-loop-de-loops. So this has been my offering for my Flaterday. I'm going to be diving off very shortly. I have quite a bit to show, but I am in pain. This is French Christ. This was released this week. We'll just have a nip through. I don't know what to make of it, and I'm not big on Bible stories. My mum said to me, she said, all people that, she gave me some good advice. She said, stay away from the Moonies, stay away from cults, basically. And she told me, everyone who reads the Bible goes nutty. I was like, no fucking shit, I've noticed that one. So there's a bit of decapitation going on here. I don't know why that's in the Bible story. Pollyanna, maybe, I don't know. Or John. Oh, Johanna. So this is John the Baptist, cutting the head off John the Baptist. Yeah, we know that shit goes on. They're clapping. Oh, that's great. Chopped off Bappo's head. And how many paintings are there of somebody with a head in Jesus's lap at the Last Supper? Why is that? Look at him looking down. Look at them all looking down. What is going on? I don't know. Found one. Put it back. It's a bee's nest, you simpleton. You little... I'm not sure what's really going on. This is all like... This is when it was all happening. 1400s. Here it is. King of Kings. You the King of Kings? I am King of Kings. You're not my boss. There he is. Carry that. And then the Samaritan goes up. And he's like, oh, thanks. Can you take that now? And he just goes off for a cup of coffee and leaves it to the Samaritan. That's what he should have done. Here's the Last Supper. God almighty. What is the matter with this medieval artist? Looks like a girl. How dare you do that? So I'm Messiah. Ooh, when you're at the Last Supper, what you need is some demons with faces on there, brown demons, to come and play your music at the Last Supper. Awesome. This isn't the Last Supper. This looks like a feast. A feast with demons and kings and queens. I bet you later they have an orgy. Because that's how they roll. They got happy hats on. And there's demons up in their thing blowing horns. Attack! Retreat! Attack, retreat, retreat! So yeah, the Bible's weird. They've got a lot of gold leaf on this one, look. The artist was rubbish. And you know why in the medieval period have they got really elongated fingers? You can see Christ here putting up 2 fingers, and they're like 10 times too long. Nobody got fingers that long. Not even God. Okay, this is when he got wings. It's an angel. He's giving him that ball again. Oh my God, he swapped him that ball for a genie jug. Yeah, you rub the jug 3 times. Yeah, rub the jug 3 times. Yeah, and then you get a genie. Yeah. What happens then? And the genie will say, your wish is my command. Oh, brill. Then you get 3 wishes. Okay, then can I wish for infinite wishes? You can't wish for infinite wishes is the first thing that they will tell you. So don't waste your wishes on stupid things like having a pair of wings out of your head, okay? No, I won't need to do that. No, you've met the genie before then, have you? Yeah, I have. I don't know. Reality is such a strange thing, isn't it? What am I caring? I'm only passing through. So the storks brought the babies, but these are bursting out of portals with a human in a sort of slingshot thing. That's how they deliver babies. Give me that jumper, you bastard. So they're robbing people in the streets. And again, this goat made him do it. The goat told me. The devil made me do it. Why did you do it? The devil told me to do it. Why did you do it? Jesus told me to do it. Well, Jesus and the devil told you to do it. Well, no, Jesus, the devil told me to punch his head in, and Jesus told me to stop punching his head in. Ah, I get it. Yep. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I look fucking awesome. Oh, this hairbrush is a bit heavy, but it gets my tats out. We've got some lilies of death. And my nice little mirror, which is not really, it's a Skype. They got rid of Skype. Well, they're getting rid of Skype. Good as pain in the fucking ass. The internet's a pain in the ass. Actually, it really is, Garen. I've been on it for so long now. It's like, I prefer to just make content, actually, and just search through my resources of infinite books that I have. Yeah, he's got two heads like Janus, and he's eating a fish, and he's drinking a glass with the other head, which is genius, actually, guys. Here's the Knights of the Round Table, because Jesus and King Arthur both have Knights of the Round Table and apostles. I know. Let's play a game. Okay, let's all spin around really, really fast. Okay, hold your feet in. See, I did that. I got my foot jammed into one. I had to get fire engine to lift it off my foot, but I was okay. Life is strange. So I hope you've given you some stuff to ponder. We talked about two suns and the fact that they are dimming the sun, and they've announced it, and they are definitely ramping up their agenda. And what are they doing it for? Well, they say to keep the temperature down because they reckon climate change is warming and warming and warming. We don't want the sea coming along, do we, or anything happening. So they're making decisions and playing God, apparently, with our lives. So they've been doing it all along. It's just now they're admitting it, which is them ramping the game up. Come on, come in here. No harm will happen to you. Really? No, that's a lie. Take your clothes off. That's the first thing. Take your clothes off. Oh, are they real heads on the pole there? Yes. Oh, you bloody pagan. Is that a real baby you're cutting in half there? Yes, that's a real baby. You're Solomon, aren't you? No, I'm not. Jesus. Jesus, Jane, and Solomon. Oh, are you a poor person? Yes, I'm a poor person. And a leper. Okay, hang on. Cured. Cured? Oh, how the fucking am I supposed to live now? Oh, 1 minute I'm a leper with a livelihood. Next minute, cured. Well, fucking buy all. Thanks, Jay. Fucking great. I'm not even in your cult. How much do I owe you? 10 sestertians, lady. You look fabulous. Oh, sorry, your hand just fell off. Here it is back. You can stick that on. It'll grow back. Just pee on it. Hiya, Crutchy. Hiya, Jesus. Will you cure me? So what seems to be the problem, Crutchy? Well, I can't walk. I've got arthritis. I can cure that. Yeah, drink some of this water. Yeah, I'm just going to unzip my... Oh, it was this long. What? It were this long, it were. What? The ladder. The ladder was this long. Oh, and there's more cutting people in half. God, this is fucking... This must be the Bible. It's so carnage. So these people have no arms. Well, I'm guessing they're just armless. I said I wanted people who are harmless, not armless. Oh, this was a sad day, wasn't it? Get him cutting that one up over there. Disgusting way to fucking treat human beings, isn't it? Even gods. Anyway, I've got loads more to share, but I've got to get on. Make sure to subscribe. Happy Flaterday, wiggly flat thumbs. This has been Flat Earth British, doing something a bit different on a Flaterday for very good reason. I will be back soon, and I got interviews this week. It's all going to be jolly good. Seek the descriptions box for events. There's more events planned, but I haven't got around to telling you about that yet. Love you all. Praise be. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks for watching. Boom Shankar. the seed of your loins be forever fruitful in the belly of your womb.